Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. We've got a document here that details a company's latest financial party. And let's just say not every guest brought a gift. Today we are cracking open a Form 8K from Equity Residential. Now this isn't a full annual report, but it is a snapshot, a quick heads. Up from the company, usually about something pretty important that just happened. Think of it as filing a notice saying, hey, this significant thing occurred, so you know. And this particular one is focused on how Equity Residential is doing financially as of the end of September. If you think financial reports can be a snooze fest, stick around. Because we're going to pull out the juicy bits before we dive in. If you find value in breaking down these complex corporate documents into simple, actionable insights, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. And hey, we have a super active Discord community where we discuss these filings and more. Link is in the description below, so come join the conversation. Alright, so we're looking at Equity Residential, a real estate company, and this filing is about their results for the quarter and 9 months ending the 30th of September 2025. The company itself is incorporated in Maryland, and they've got this ticker symbol EQR trading on the New York Stock Exchange. This is where they let the world know about their financial performance. The main event here is item 2.02, which is all about their financial results. The company issued a press release on the 28th of October 2025 to announce these numbers. Now, the report itself states that this information is being furnished, not officially filed. What that means for us is it is more like a heads up. Not a legally binding declaration that is going to get them into hot water if there is a typo. But that said, the numbers in it are what we want to pay attention to. This press release, which is included as an exhibit, is where the story really unfolds. While we don't have the full press release text here to dissect every single number, we can infer the purpose of this 8K. It is to make public their performance metrics for a company like Equity Residential, which is a real estate investment trust, or REIT. We're talking about things like rental income, property values, occupancy rates, and profitability. Think about what these numbers mean. If their rental income is up, it suggests they're either charging more rent or their properties are more full, which is generally good news. If property values are climbing, it means their assets are appreciating, boosting their overall worth. Conversely, if occupancy rates are dropping, it could mean they're facing tougher competition. Or maybe economic conditions are making it harder for people to afford rent. Now, Equity Residential is listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker EQR. Their common shares are what most investors would be looking at. When you see their financial results, you are essentially seeing how well the business of owning and managing apartment buildings is doing. This impacts the value of those shares, and thus for shareholders, it is the bottom line. Are they making more money from their apartments? Are their expenses under control? Are they growing their portfolio? These are the questions this filing aims to answer. And finally, the report is signed off by Ian S. Kaufman, who holds the title of Senior Vice President and Chief Accounting Officer. This person is essentially the keeper of the company's financial records, making sure everything is in order. Their signature signifies that Equity Residential is putting their name behind these reported figures. So, what is the big picture here? This 8K filing, by referencing the press release, tells us that Equity Residential is officially communicating its financial health as of the third quarter of 2025. We'd expect this press release to detail key financial metrics. For a real estate company like this, the critical numbers would likely include things like funds from operations, which is a key profitability measure for REITs, net income, revenue, and occupancy levels. Any significant changes in these figures would tell us a lot about the company's current trajectory and potential future performance. Looking at this through a Warren Buffett lens, we'd want to see a consistent ability to generate profits, manage debt wisely, and demonstrate a clear understanding of their market. A strong occupancy rate signifies demand for their properties, and consistent revenue growth, especially when compared to previous periods, indicates a healthy business. We'd also want to see how they are managing their expenses. Are they becoming more efficient, or are costs spiraling without the actual press release details? It is hard to give precise figures, but the implication of this filing is that Equity Residential is reporting its financial status. Investors, analysts, and even competitors will pore over those numbers to gauge the company's strength. Are they expanding into new markets? Are they facing increased competition? Are interest rate changes affecting their borrowing costs or property valuations? These are all factors that would be reflected in their financial results. Ultimately, this 8K is a communication tool. It tells us that Equity Residential has released its performance update. The story here is about how the company is performing in the current economic climate, specifically in the residential real estate sector, and how that performance is being communicated to the public. It is a signal that investors should pay attention to the upcoming press release for the nitty-gritty details of their operational and financial condition. So, What is my take on this? This filing itself is more of a formality, pointing us towards the real information. The true story will be in the press release. If Equity Residential is reporting strong revenue growth, high occupancy rates, and solid profitability from its apartment buildings, that is a positive sign for their direction. However, if we see declining occupancy or rising costs, it could signal challenges ahead. We'll need to see those specific numbers to assess the company's real strength, identify any notable risks like increased competition or economic downturns, and evaluate their opportunities for growth. Alright, that is our quick look at this Equity Residential Form 8. Okay, what are your thoughts on what this filing implies, and what signals do you think the upcoming press release will send? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. And don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Decode.